When you search semi-fandom on the internet, it doesn't really say what it means. But I'd like to take a guess and saying that it means a fandom within a fandom. Since Hetalia has quite a large fan base, it of course has many alternate universes. Because of these alternate universes, some fans could choose to like these more than the original source, which in turn makes a semi-fandom. So one of the most notorious ones is the Hetalia fandom. When the popularity of the fan game reached its peak, this is where people would really post a lot of videos exploring its contents, and some even creating MMD videos for it. What I find impressive is that Hetalia is literally listed as a different fandom from Hetalia in the archive of our own forum. Like, when fans are tired of the boring, happy, fluffy lives of the characters in Hetalia, they surely know how to get pretty creative, and speaking of creative, Hetalia seems to be a great example of that. The characters are usually the opposite version or just a different personality of the original cast. Now, with a premise like that, it's no surprise that the content is very edgy and angsty. Hetalia still happens to be a pretty popular subgenre, and I'm not denying the dedication some fans put into their work are really nice. But another thing that has a lot of dedication is the fan fictions of the Cardverse fandom. So I was pretty shocked to know that Cardverse is known as a Hetalia AU, since I genuinely thought there was another popular AU called Cardverse. So the concept is that the characters are given position of cards. Anyone could have the roles, which makes it very flexible. A reason for its popularity is that Himurui created official art of the Cardverse, but after that info, everything is basically pretty vague. So Hetamu is something that you probably heard of. And understandably, most of the fans of this AU are people from the Japanese part of the fandom. The plot of Hetamu is straightforward. There are different plot points due to the fact that there are about 4 musicals, but it's probably in one timeline. What's interesting to me is that the Eastern fandom hasn't really hyped that much about this, but the Japanese fandom seems to be captivated by it. There's also just a difference in content as well. Sometimes it feels like the world in the Western and Japanese fandoms are different, like you're entering different worlds. There's a lot of AUs, which mean that there's like a bunch of these semi-fandoms that I don't even know of and I didn't mention, but like this is basically just a fun recap. So basically the video ends. Back then, about 3 months ago, I said that I was gonna make a channel that was more multi-fandomy. So I ended up actually abandoning that idea for a while until I started uploading on it. So I'd appreciate it if anyone would try to check it out. Now the video actually ends.